1/2 inch screws.
Okay.
And the reason why is because your wall's only maybe about 2 inches thick, you know, but you do have a half piece of plywood, 1/2 inch piece of plywood right here.
Okay.
So it's not very thick. If you put those long lag screws in it, it'll poke out the other side. So that's why I say 1/2 inch is the most you ever want to go.
There you go.
So,
man, I'm glad I came to see you. I was gonna just drill. I have some like this big.
right.
That came with the.
Well, just think about it. It's about the width of this door.
I didn't even check that. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is about halfway through it is where your shower starts. So that would actually be sticking right where your shower starts. So
1/2 inch screws on that.
at the most.
At the most.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and preferably not self-tappers. You know, that have a little, that can dig into metal and aluminum.
Oh yeah.
Just regular machine
wood.
screws, but not self-tappers. Something that'll dig. And you can tell when you hit a stud because the panel starts to come out at you. And then it'll dig into that wood. So.
It'll dig in. So that stud is right behind that sticker there?
Right. You can...
So feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it. So, and then you just... I know as guys, we always want to put the biggest TV we can find, but I promise you, you can't put the 50-incher right here because it's going to block everything.
Yeah.
So, you when you do get a TV, the best thing I tell everybody is get your dimensions. Because you got to think of when your doors, that's your dimension. From here to about here. That's as far wide as you can go.
Yeah, I measured that. It's 27.5
Okay.
to the door. And I've seen a 28 inch diagonal, which is 25 3/4, almost 26.
Most TVs, they'll say the width and the height on the box. So
Yeah.
look for that. Don't look for the diagonal stuff.
Right.
I promise you that
don't work.
You'll get it like, oh, back to the store we go. So get your dimensions from here to here. You definitely don't want to have your thermostat covered up because the heat off of that will, since it's like really hot, so it'll constantly let your air conditioner go. Well, I've seen that happen before. So. But normally TVs ain't going to be, TVs, believe it or not, are not so much taller, they're wider.
Right.
They're about the same taller height.
The same
wise.
height.
Yeah. Except for the 24s. Those guys are just small. But that's really about it. And there's a lot of stuff. Everybody, and it's not that everybody has their little ways of teaching stuff. Me, I give you the basics. And then like that kind of basics, and then the biggest thing to everybody on that is a water heater. Anything else you can turn on, do what you got to do. You know, you can almost kind of figure out it's a water heater gets everybody.
Okay.
Don't forget to check it before they turn the water heater on. So if you don't see no water, add water. And if you still don't see water, call us up and we'll help you get the water heater unbypassed. But I know it's unbypassed. You're camp ready right now.
Okay, so when I'm gonna turn on the water heater, I connect that hose, the green hose.
Right where the green hose is at, right. It'll say city water connection.
Okay.
If you hook up to the back, you'll fill up your toilet tank.
To the one back there to wash the.
Right, you'll fill that up, and once there's nowhere to go, it's going to start coming back up into the coach.
Okay.
So that's why we always make. That's why it's marked city water.
Mark City water. Okay. And the low drain over here, you said it was for when we're traveling for far distances, and we wanna
Have
put water in the reservoir.
system. Right. I would recommend that you fill up your system, and then make sure it's got about a third or quarter of a tank. I mean, I know they read by thirds.
Yeah.
But have about a quarter of a tank with your system already filled, and then just enough to wash your hands, or if you guys are going to use the bathroom for some reason.
When traveling at long distances, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you're traveling an hour and a half, 2 hours. Don't really put any water in it. You can do all your bathroom breaks before you leave, and then haul butt. So,
yeah, we will probably just be using it here in town. Since I've never driven with one, you know, I'm not gonna be taking that out anytime soon.
Well, believe it or not, the first trip is gonna be roughest because you're trying to remember everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so give yourself time and say you remember you had to learn how to walk. You had to learn how to drive your truck, and it took you a bit, you know. So make your turns a little bit wider. Okay, if you jump a curve, just make sure no one was there or cops not seeing you because they will pull you over for it.
Yeah.
Most cops understand. You just say, hey, I'm new at this. So
right.
Take your quarter load wide. Always have somebody, if you're backing up, have a ground guide because you're going to have blind spots when you're backing up. You're going to have it. And then wherever you go, call ahead. Try not to just show up because that can really bite you in the long run. Call ahead, make sure they have full hookups, water, sewage, and water. And then I think this one's a 30 amp service. If you do go to if you call ahead and the campsite says we only have 50 amp services, that's fine. You just get an adapter to fit the 50 and you're fine.
Okay.
Okay, you're not gaining any more power. You're just making your 30 fit a 50.
Fit a 50.
Okay. But yeah, your first trip, I'd say around the area local lake around here, kind of get your bugs worked out of your newbie bugs.
Yeah.
You know, okay, what do we do? If all else fails, RV people, they're really a kind of close-knit family. They go like, you just go there, it's like, hey, I'm new. What do I do? You know,
right.
If you get to that stage where you need that, you know. But a lot of your first trip's gonna be trial and error.
Yeah.
You're gonna know what you shouldn't do, what you should do. So.
Okay. And this right here, if I remember correctly, is to check the tanks, right?
Right. Your
Black,
battery,
gray
your
battery.
fresh, your black is your toilet, your gray is your sinks and shower.
And as long as the trailer is connected onto an electric outlet, the battery will be charging?
Right.
Okay.
Right. There's a fuse, and then we can show you the fuse.
Please.
If you're putting it up, you know, if you're putting it up the house, you're putting it in the store. This is what the last couple customers we've had. If you're putting it in you can come over here so you can see that. If you're putting it in outdoor storage and you have any doubt that people's going to break in and get stuff, one, your battery box is not screwed down,
Okay.
so you can disconnect the lines, and then take the box with you and put it at your house.
Okay.
Okay. And then this little, let's see. Oh yeah, right here. Follow your green line. There's a fuse right here. If you ever want to disconnect your battery, just take that little 30 amp fuse out.
Oh.
I didn't need that phone.
Okay.
There's a little fuse in there, and that will kill all the power to your coach. Now your jack will be able to operate if your battery's still in there.
Okay.
Because your battery's hooked up to it. But so if all else fails, take the fuse out or disconnect the hot, and that'll kill all your power.
Okay. Cool.
And just remember to put your fuse back in, because then it won't charge. Your jack system won't work at all. So.
Okay. Just put it back on there.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, you're good to go. No, I remember you always. If you're flushing it out.
When flushing it out?
If you're flushing out, if you're doing just normal dumping, you're probably going to dump your gray once or twice a day. Depends on how much you use it. Your black is probably every other day.
Okay.
If you're just doing a normal dumping, you just come out here and you dump it, let it get done dumping, and you close it and you start reusing it. The only time you need to flush it out is when you're getting ready to head home.
Okay.
And you just want to make sure it's nice and clean as best you can for when it's sitting. Okay. So that's the only time you ever flush is when you're heading home.
Okay.
Now, if you're staying in it, you say you go out, you're going, I don't know, south somewhere, I don't know, East Coast, wherever, for a couple months. When you're staying in it for a couple months at a time, then you want to come out here and flush it out once a week or even twice a week, because you're using more than what it's designed for.
Okay.
So, but just normal weekend warriors, I call them, then just come out here when you get ready to head home, flush it out as best you can, and then kind of close it up and go from there.
So I would just leave the faucet open until that, and then just be messing with the levers over here,
Right.
closing in them and opening them.
Right. Just on the black side. Now, I would let it fill up for about a minute or so.
Okay.
Now, don't walk away from it while you're doing this.
Yeah.
You'll realize why you don't real quick. And then let it dump for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then do it over again.
And close it. So let it fill. It'll take about a minute to fill up.
Well, that's about as long as you want to. Now, you can go also in there and check your monitor. Just hit your black tank. Yeah. And it'll show you where it's at. Okay. So, just don't walk away from it.
Okay.
Just trying to say this, but and also when you're hooking up, is make sure you don't get them confused. Okay, because people's been known to hook up the black tank flush, think it's a city water, and right now there's nothing in it, you haven't used it.
Yeah.
So all it is just water. You just gotta get the water out. But once you start using the toilet, well, it's not so pretty water anymore.
Yeah.
So.
See, and that's what I wanted to make sure if I connected the hose. I was gonna connect the hose back there because I wasn't sure what this one here was for. I mean, although it says it's got that other port over there that says low drain point. So I told the wife, I said, you know what, let's just go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back one of these days, man. I gotta get it winterized. I have a free one, they told me.
Right.
And I wanna learn, and that's why I'm not taking notes, but recording this at least so I could,
Okay, I remember going over. Yeah. and that's what we do. A lot of customers do walk through us. while we're winterizing it, so they can, if they have to winterize it, because you know, they're, oh crap, we're going to winterize it, you can go get it.
Yeah.
The
Angel, no.
antifreeze,
Leave it alone.
the antifreeze you do use is RV Marine antifreeze.
Okay.
No car. I promise you, put car through it, you might as well just call up the insurance company and total it out. Because everybody, all water faucets have to be replaced. All your water stuff has to be replaced.
Okay.
Because it's a toxic. The car antifreeze that goes in your car.
Yeah.
That's toxic. The antifreeze that goes in your trailer, it's non-toxic. It just don't taste good. It's like a bad ginger ale. Like a very bad one. But it'll say on there RV Marine antifreeze, and you know you're right.
Okay.
So, and then we'll walk you through it. And then if you just, even if you decide you want to do it the following year, you're just like, I still don't feel comfortable doing it, or I don't think I got anything, just bring it back up here. I'd rather you bring it back up here, have us check, then you find out the following spring what you didn't do.
Right.
Because the people always forget the city water in your toilet, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be